There are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. Now it's Locke. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And out across midfield down to the 45. 33 yards that time. They'll look to throw here. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback.
He tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go. At about the 32. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now in his 4th year, you still have to...
The square was wide open.
The DK Metcalf is. Honestly, unfair to ask some corners to lock this guy down. And as we know, not many can. 75 catches, a career high 12 touchdowns last season, and a first down with that catch there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw it is Locke. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Marlon Davidson. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how...
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their own 46. After the turnover, here's Locke. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 2. Block now to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been. And in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense on the field, prepare for them to possibly go for it, and then you just have a little bit different responsibilities. You're not really trying to get a big return. You just want to make sure you get the ball back. But they fell asleep at the switch.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Block going to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26.
He can't do that. It's against the rules.
From the gun, it's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And he'll go out of bounds in the red.
Better be glad he ain't playing Vic.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop,
Doing what?
the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
He running glitches, I know you seen it.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Punt fake behind the 50. He got a punt.
And the Seahawks
No.
on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Locke to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, That play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
If they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the kick. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Darrell Taylor, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. And that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep this drive moving. And Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there, that spot of the field inside the 24.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This
touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here this first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession.
And now here's another interception. And some room to run now. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. because otherwise you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Colby Parkinson from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a round is on here in this first half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive. And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the right side, this is Walker. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space.
And Watt throws another one. It's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And it will be Falcon football.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now here's another interception. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. For the defense after the turnover, already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process of offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. And what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed. They can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way.
Knew someone fed up when they put on that run cloth face with tears of joy.
Already being placed at the 15-yard line. Throwing on first down is Locke. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. That ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And we're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to power up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp on all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 4th down.
Ready, set.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Running left is Walker. Runs over it. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Troy Anderson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a weird drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. You can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again with Patterson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Already known as one of the best return men of all time, Atlanta was finally the team to unblock everything that Patterson could do for a team. The Falcons used him everywhere. Running back, receiver, returner. Even saw a couple of defensive snaps. All told, he was 6th in the league in total yards, set new career highs in both rushing and receiving, and signed a new deal to stay in Atlanta.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Running left, here's Patterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle by Darrell Taylor. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on there, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to go up top again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ridder with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, You can see their eyes roll, and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
They go with the option on the two-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? Remember the dribbler, draw, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.